Hello, Praise Kids. Welcome back. I'm Miss Yanni, and today we have another lesson for you. Now, probably wondering why I'm wearing this costume, and we'll get to that in a minute. But first, I want to talk about what Pastor Steve mentioned last week. So last week, Pastor Steve talked about the wide gate and the narrow gate. And the wide gate is the way that is most popular, right? And it's the way most people go, but it's not the right way, right? It's the easy way, but it's not the right way. And the narrow gate is the way that not too many people go, but it is the right way, right? It's doing the right thing and it's making good choices, right? And it's the way that Jesus would want us to go. So we know that the narrow gate is narrow and it's a little bit hard to walk, but I do have a tip, right, that can help us to make good choices. Now, this tip is in my deck of cards, and I got one card right here. Can you see? It is the King of Hearts, right? Yes, King of Hearts. Now, you're going to remember this, and I promise, because we have our King of Hearts here, and this King represents Jesus. King Jesus, King of Kings, Lord of Lords, right? King Jesus, and you need King Jesus in your, can you guess? In your heart, right? So when you have Jesus in your heart, you can receive the Holy Spirit, right? And the Holy Spirit is God in spirit form. And when God is in spirit form, and you've accepted Jesus, he comes and lives inside of you, right? And when Spirit lives inside of you, it helps to guide and lead you to do the right things. So that when we try to go down the wide gate, the Spirit speaks to us and say, hey, don't do that. You need to go down the narrow gate, the way that Jesus wants us to go. Now, how does this relate to today's lesson? Well, Jesus doesn't want us to just do the right thing because, it's going to be the right thing just because other people want us to do the right thing. He wants us to do the right thing because it is what is inside of us. Now, there are some people who wear costumes like Miss Yanni. They are mean on the inside, but they're dressed up like a good guy. And Jesus doesn't want that. He wants us to have good on the inside, and he wants it to come out of our heart, and he wants us to show others how to live by modeling how Jesus lived, right? And only the Holy Spirit can help us with that to make the best possible choices. So we're not going to dress up in costumes, right? We are actually going to have King Jesus in our hearts, right? And from there, we're going to listen for the Spirit to lead us and guide us in the right direction. Now, in Matthew chapter 7, Jesus warns us about these people who are dressed up in these costumes. He says they are wolves in sheep's clothes because, sheep are cute and cuddly, but actually wolves are really mean. And they're vicious, right? And they want to destroy. So we have to be careful that we are not like them, right? Because only what we do for Christ is going to last. And that means that as long as we are doing the right thing and we're doing it because we love and honor God, then that's going to last forever. And God, when we get to heaven, will say, you know what? That was a good job. And you look just like Jesus when you were doing that. So I want you to come into my kingdom, right? So I have another thing here. Can you guess what it is? Yes, it's a balloon, but it's supposed to represent an apple. So I made this apple, and you can tell it's fake. Oh, it fell apart. So it's fake, and it's just a reminder too that Jesus doesn't want us to be fake, but he wants us to bear good fruit, right? And it says so in John chapter 15 and verse 5. Jesus says, I am the vine, you are the branches. If you abide in me and I abide in Jesus, right? Or you abide in Jesus, and will bring forth much fruit, right? And he also says, without Jesus, we can't do anything. So in order for us to even do anything, but especially the good things, then we need to have King Jesus in our hearts so that we can bear good fruit. We can do the right things and we can do good things. Now, we're compared to fruit because when a tree grows up and it has fruit on it, you can tell if the fruit is good or if the fruit is going to be bad by sometimes just looking at it. You can tell if it's rotten or if things are growing on it, right? Or if bugs got into it. But we want to be bearing good fruit, because sometimes we can do things, we can bear fruit, but it's not going to be good. So we can make choices, but they're sometimes not good choices. But Jesus wants us to make good choices all the time, right? And so I just want to ask, what's inside of you? Yes, you. What's inside of you? Now, there are things in the world, like this money here, and this is fake money, yeah. But we don't want to be fake like this money. We want to be real, okay? So we gotta accept Jesus in our heart, right? Gotta listen to the Spirit. We want to be real. We want to do the real thing. That's good things. We want to follow God, and also we gotta watch what we put into our eyes and our ears, right? We got to be careful about what we listen to and about what we watch, right? Because it can influence us. That means we can watch it and it could be inside of us, and that's what's going to come out, right? If we see something on TV, we're more likely to repeat it, right? So we have to be careful about what's inside of us. Now, I have a question. Excuse me 1 second. I just feel a little bit sick. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. What's 1 second? I'm sorry. Oh no. I think oh goodness grief. Oh wait. I didn't have bad things. I had King Jesus in my heart. What do you have in your heart?